So where we're going today is the Top Gun School in Fallon, Nevada. Well, today's adventure is going to Fallon Air Force Base, home of the Top Gun School. So hopefully we get to see some planes, but the weather is kind of iffy. We've got thunderstorms and rain in the forecast. But yeah, today ought to be an adventure. So we got our instructions, so now we got a group ride out to Fallon. So we're going with a bunch of guys on motorcycles. We didn't go on our motorcycle, but we normally do. So at any rate, we're heading to Fallon, and here we go. So we just had our ID checked at the gate. Because remember, we're going on to a military base, a working military base. And they mean business when they want to figure out who you are and are you authorized to come in. This is a process that we had to go through security checkpoints, and we've had to have our backgrounds checked. So this isn't something that you can just come and do. So while we've been sitting here, there have been planes taken off, and you just all of a sudden it's just dead silent, and then you hear this huge rumble, and then you can see all the military planes taking off, and they're zooming out in the sky. So that rumble you hear in the background, that's the jets. Now you can't see them because we're still not close. We're still at the security checkpoint. So not only what did they have to do, they had to check us in and background check us, but now they run dogs past all these vehicles and all those motorcycles down there. And they're looking for bombs, they're looking for dope. So don't think they'll find it in this group, but you never know. Oh, here we go. Well, we made it in. So now we get to go up into the control tower, which you will see behind me. And that is where we'll go up into the observation area. We'll get to see all the flight operations that are going on. And again, this is an active military base, so you never know what you're going to see or if you'll see anything. Sometimes they fly, sometimes they don't. We will definitely get flights today. However, you can hear that. So we're waiting to get up into the tower. The elevator's obviously very small, so we have to go up in very small groups, and we'll get you up there.
You'll learn that after the first time.
Here we are.
Here comes your name.
So we are on the observation deck, and you can see all the jets behind us. And I'm sorry for the reflections, but that's just the way it is.
They're going to sneak up on us that way because Air Station, and I kind of am the historian for the Air Station too. But on behalf of my boss, Captain Shane Tanner, call sign Fuda, thanks for coming out to the base. The radar facility here at Fallon is under that golf ball you passed. And so if you're talking to a scope operator, they're sitting over there at the radar facility. Most FAA facilities, those two functions are kind of combined. Here it's half a mile apart. That being said, great view, and if you have questions, feel free to ask. But the base has been here since 1942, and when people always ask, why do we have a Navy base in the middle of the Nevada desert? I tell them it's a secret submarine installation. We can't talk about it. Here comes our next break, right over the tower. Nice. Now they're just showing off. We call this Wednesday. But the base has been here since World War II, and what happened was when the, actually in the late 30s, the Civil Aeronautics Agency had surveyed this area southeast of Fallon as a possible airfield location. It's going to break right overhead. Oops, sorry.
What I can tell you is you got to be quick with the camera around here because they are everywhere and they're coming in fast. These guys that you're seeing in the video are from the Top Guns, so they're showing off.
Just like the V2, only they don't have
That little tiny tower you see off in the distance, that's from the original Top Gun movie where they did the flyby, they buzzed the tower. That's it, not where we were. However, we learned a lot of movie trivia, which was really cool. And there was a lot of stuff. There was a lot of stuff said about certain actors, about how they told people, you don't look at me, don't look at me. Totally not true. Learned a lot of who actually was in the film, how they had to film them. Apparently, like, none of the Navy planes that they flew out of here in the Maverick movie were any of the actors in the front seat. Those were all Navy pilots. They did that because they wanted to show that these are the country's pilots and we support them. So now we're taking a little bit of a walk, and it's not very cool out here. I would say it's close to 100. And we're going to take some photos in front of some static aircraft that they have. And what do you have to say about that? Is it too hot out here for us?
It's hot. I just can't wait to see the jets up close, because Todd said that you think they're going to be really big, but then when you get there, they're much smaller than you think they are.
Is that a joke? Did you know that Fallon Air Force Base has over 18,000 hotel rooms on this base? That's more than all of Reno. That's how many military personnel can be housed out here. And they're all in these huge apartment buildings they have. They have all kinds of stuff for our military personnel to train on, to enjoy life. So they make it really nice for all of our military people out here. Jets, 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 they're everywhere, no matter where we look. That's fun, and that's loud. So what did you like?
The sound that the planes make when they're coming over and then they go like that. I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
What else did you like?
The sound.
Just the sound. Just the sound. So we're talking just the sound. That's all she could.
The sound. Well, I like the way they look too.
It is so unique, that sound, and unless you're really close, like in an air show, or in this case, the Air Force or the Naval Air Station here, there is no sound like it. And like I said, they do things here they can't do anywhere else. And that's because of regulations and population, and they can't fly over. The airspace alone is 13,000 miles, and they want to expand it. And the reason for that is because they want to give their pilots a more realistic experience when they're training out here. The reason they can't, the good old FAA and commercial traffic airline, that means the commercial traffic airline would have to go around the airspace, and they don't like that. So they're trying to do it to give our pilots the best experience and training and the most realistic training they can out here. But you know, they are restricted by population and environment. So if that ever comes up to a vote, I'm voting to expand that. I'll pay a little bit more in my air flights to do that. Yeah. One thing I can say is my dad was a Navy commander, and he served on the USS Saratoga, which is an aircraft carrier. And man, I've been in love with jets ever since. I would have loved to have gone to the military to fly jets, but my dad said, no, I'm not letting you do that. I want to keep you around just in case you get the age. And when I was military age, there were a lot of wars, and my dad was very afraid he'd lose his son. But one thing I do want to say to all our servicemen and women is thank you for your service. It is a very unique experience. It's a very honorable experience, and I don't know, I just can't say enough about what the military provides for us. Not only our freedoms and our safety, it's just it's amazing the work that you guys do, and ladies, you know, I salute you in more ways than one. So thank you for your service.
I said thank you.
You did?
I did. I whispered it.
Oh, she always whispers. Well, Fallon, thank you for your hospitality, your service, and we'll see you next time on the Bueller Bunch. Bye.